Austin, Texas. The Texas Senate began deliberating Friday morning in the impeachment trial. State Attorney General Ken Paxton, who would be removed from office if convicted any the 16 articles impeachment. Lt. Gov. Dan Patrick told the 30 state senators serving as jurors that they could only leave to go home at night and that they should not talk to anyone or watch any news about the trial. He said he would consider arresting the senators if a decision was not reached by Sunday evening. Articles of impeachment include bribery and abuse of public trust. Paxton, who attended the hearing on the first and last day, did not admit his guilt last week. He denied all wrongdoing. Republicans have a 19-12 edge in the Texas Senate, and the state needs a 2/3 majority, or 21 votes, to convict Paxton on any charges. State Sen. Angela Paxton, Attorney General's wife, is barred from voting or participating in deliberations, but she is still counting the number of senators needed to convict. That means state still needs 21 votes. Paxton's defense has sought to dismiss the impeachment vote as a political witch hunt and partisan fight within the GOP against Paxton, who is a close ally of former President Donald Trump. House impeachment manager Jeff Leach, who represents Paxton's home base in Collin County, Texas, disagreed, saying Paxton was a dear friend and political mentor but that the people of Texas deserve answers. Only 2 statewide officials in Texas have been removed from office after conviction: Governor James Ferguson in 1917 and District Judge O.P. in 1975. Carrillo. If Paxton is convicted, the Senate will likely hold a separate vote to decide whether Paxton should be removed from office. He should be prohibited from working. Read transcripts of each day's depositions and more at CBS News Texas. In May, the Texas State House voted overwhelmingly to impeach Paxton by a vote of 121 to 23. The charges stem from Paxton's relationship with Nate Paul, an Austin real estate developer who is accused in a separate case. Paxton's defense sought to prove that his impeachment was merely an attempt to settle scores between political opponents in the state house and his own former aides. In his closing argument, his attorney Tony Buzbee accused the Bush family, particularly George P. Bush, who prioritized Paxton in 2022, of fabricating the impeachment allegations. The Bush era ends today in the state of Texas, Buzbee said. They can go back to Maine. After whistleblowers came forward, some resigned and others were fired. Those who were fired filed a lawsuit in November 2020, alleging that they were subjected to retaliation. This request led the state legislature to launch an investigation into Paxton. On Thursday, defense called the Attorney General's Human Resources Director, Henry de la Garza, who testified that whistleblowers were fired for egregious policy violations, not retaliation. What happened at Paxton's impeachment hearing? The hearing Fay.